What's going on? This is Daley, and this is my new single featuring Jill Scott. It's called Until the Pain Is Gone.
Try to see this through my eyes, 'cause you're not the only one confused in this world where love is prone to lose. Still I'm ready to give this thing a try, but how do I give to someone who wants what they can't have? So if you need love, say it. I know that you feel it, but I can't keep holding on and on and on. I need to be the only one, yeah, 'cause I know that you get lonely. So show me the things you're scared to show me. We can go on and on and on till the pain is gone. I don't know if I believe in love, though in it with you I'd like to be. I've just been so cynical, you see. Can you convince me, change my mind? We can leave all those deeper days behind. 'Cause didn't I mention I have nothing but good intentions for you? So if you need love, say it. I know that you feel it, but I can't keep holding on and on and on. I need to know that I know I'm the one, 'cause I know that you get lonely. So show me the things you're scared to show me. We can go on and on till the pain is gone. Oh, I love the pain that you knew before. It don't matter anymore.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you are listening to this. This is the Nang Selection, and if you've been listening, you will know who's standing in front of me and what song you just heard. I'm joined by the R&B soul singing. He fucked off to America because he thought it was too good for us for a couple of months or years even. But you're back momentarily.
I'm back for the moment, yeah.
For the moment.
No, I'm back. Like,
back.
this is home, so, I just had to, I had to do some groundwork elsewhere, and make sure that was good, and, now I'm back.
For those that just joined in with us, I'm joined with Daley, the R&B singing man from Manchester, moved to London, effed off to America, has tunes with all your favourite R&B singers. How would you describe yourself in a nutshell? What would you tell people that don't know you?
In a nutshell, don't know, Manx soul singer, kind of singer-songwriter. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's, I don't really have a title. I'm just,
You're just a nomad.
I'm just out here, yeah.
Traveling inside the genres.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a while, but I've never actually got to ask you, how was it growing up in Manchester doing R&B? Because obviously Manchester predominantly indie music, lots of bands, but obviously you sing falsettos. Okay.
Yeah.
So how was it breaking out, so to speak?
It was weird. I mean, to be honest, I don't really feel like I broke out in Manchester. I kind of broke out when I got to London. So a lot of I think the way that I developed as an artist is to do with the fact that I wasn't able to have an outlet in Manchester a lot of the time for, R&B soul leaning stuff. It was all, like you said, indie stuff or electronic stuff, or, and there's still a lot of music history in Manchester that people replay, like this is like the Smiths and all the Hacienda stuff, but it's not now, do you know what I mean? That's just the heritage of the city, musical heritage. So it wasn't really until I got to London that I was like, oh, like there's just this sea of people where you can kind of do whatever genre. There's a place for almost everything, And so, discovered like all the open mic nights and all the like jam sessions and stuff. yeah, just it's kind of a lot of the music industry's here, so you get to, when you do something, there's a bigger chance that it's going to actually,
So what was the breaking point in Manchester where you're like, nah, I actually need to come to London and do this thing properly? Like, what made you say, pack my bags?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't really a breaking point. It was I was kind of just doing my thing, and I was still like, I still had a job at the time, so I was just.
What was your job?
I was a web designer.
Okay, are you still savvy with the coding and stuff?
Yeah, I still do a little bit. Keep myself refreshed, but and like a graphic designer, so I do like all my graphic design and my album artwork and stuff like that. But that's another thing. So yeah, I was just like in Manchester working and feeling like I wanted to do, I wanted to do this music thing, but I just didn't see the stepping stones. And then it was actually MySpace, my manager, who became my manager, Richard Antwi, who like tragically passed away last year. But he found me on MySpace and messaged me. He's like, look, I don't know what you're doing in Manchester, but like, I want to help you do something with it, So he basically convinced me, to kind of come down to London and start doing stuff. And, so it was kind of Richard that made it happen, that gave me that path to show me kind of how to get there, how to do music in that way. So, so it wasn't like I left Manchester out of total frustration, but it was like once I realized that the path, I could follow a different path, then, it just made sense. So
do you still have your friends and family out in Manchester?
Yeah, all my family's there, friends. I lived in London for 7 years though when I moved down here, so I've got like probably more friends in London now.
Which I was gonna say, like, what? Yeah. Manchester's your home. What is your second home? London or LA?
No, not LA. Not LA.
What, you dismissed that straight away.
Yeah, I have to, man, because look, LA is good when you've got an objective and you're trying to expand what you're doing, and you've got a dream or a passion. You can definitely go and pursue it out there, but it's very soulless in a lot of ways.
Okay.
So London's definitely second home. I love London. I actually didn't leave London because I wanted to leave. I just left because it was like.
You wasn't expatted out.
Yeah, no. But it was just like, there was a lot of love for what I've done in the States, and just following the love. So we did some stuff here and laid a good foundation, and then it's like things took off in the States. I had to follow it up, otherwise it would have been a really missed opportunity. So.
I hear you. Going into like your music, like there is like alternative R&B that we all listen to today. There's R&B, there's Miguel's, and then there's Chris Brown R&B, but you are very much like of a certain quote unquote ancient era of authentic R&B. That's what I like to describe it anyway. So how was it like making songs with the likes of Marsha and Jill Scott? How was that for you as an R&B fan, first and foremost?
Yeah, well, that's a good way to put it, because like I'm still a fan. So that's the
Did you
weird.
fan out though? Did you like?
Yeah, like privately.
Okay.
Secretly.
Not in front of them.
No, not really. Just try not to do that. But
it happens.
But yeah, it's very what's the word, like. For me, it was very career affirming or whatever, like, because sometimes, like you say, like in a atmosphere where there's so many different things, and it's every day there's someone trying to say that like this is what R&B is now, this is the future R&B, or this is it's like, well, and I consider myself, I feel like I like the fact that I can tap into that, like you say, the ancient, that like whatever it is, like 90s, early 2000s, whatever it is, that core R&B thing. I love the fact that I can tap into that and that I'm not inhibited to do that, because I think some people would like to do it, but they're too concerned about whether it fits in with what the sound is. And it's, for me, I just like to sway in between. I know I can do that, but I also, like with the album, like I've just done now, I always try and make sure that I'm pushing something forward as well. I'm not trying to, live.
You've got an agenda, you've got a message with everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
If it fits with quote unquote ancient. I like the word ancient because people think I'm being rude, but no, some things are just old and
it is. It's like, it's that feeling, and I think America accepts it very, very willingly. And that's why, I like to go out there and do my thing.
And there's more territories that you can actually be exposed to, as opposed to like, what do we have here? We have like Smooth FM, and we have Nang Selection, of course, but then we don't have stations and states that still are into R&B. Yeah,
and you can go, America, you can go. I just got off a 30 date tour,
Jeez.
Which is like,
it's not right.
It's mad. So it's cool, but I just try and I like to keep that soul at the core of everything I do, and then sonically push things in different directions just to keep it,